So the DfE have finally released the Working Lives of Teachers and Leaders report, which they've sat on for over a year. And once you get into it, you'll soon realise why. And I'm going to summarise the main points thanks to an article I've seen in Schools Week. So this is based on a survey of over 11,000 teachers and leaders, and it was done last spring 2022. This is the article from Schools Week. So the first main finding is that workload remains sky high. Surprise, surprise. 2 in 5 leaders reporting working at least 60-hour weeks, with 1 in 5 teachers saying the same. It says here that the average working week has dropped 48 minutes, but remember that was last year. I think things have worsened since then. And that's after the 2019 government pledge to drive down unnecessary workload pressures. 48 minutes, guys. Then we get to the crux of it, why we've got this workload issue. Teachers spending more time on admin than actual teaching. Who do I blame for that? Ofsted being the main one. But 2/3 of teachers spending more than half their time on tasks for admin. Just the scrutiny, book looks, all that nonsense, which is just down to a complete lack of trust, which needs to change. Then we get to the worrying statistics that a quarter of school staff are considering leaving within a year, which is now. So this report was 2022 now, so that they've probably left. And what were the main reasons? Workload, again, 92%, government initiatives, policy changes, but then offset inspections, 69%. 76% of teachers and leaders were not satisfied with national changes to the teacher pay, which obviously hasn't improved, hence why the strikes are continuing. This is a really interesting one. Flexible working incompatible with the sector. 2 in 5 teachers say they have some kind of flexible working arrangement, but it's just not really compatible with teaching. And that's interesting off the back of the pandemic. So there's so many industries that have sort of changed their approach and encouraged that sort of flexible working. I know a lot of my friends who work in different industries can now take days from home and be more flexible, whereas that can't really happen in teaching. So could that be a reason why retention, recruitment is getting worse? And this is the worrying one, that the job impacts your personal life and mental health. Over 52% said it negatively impacted their mental health, and teachers and leaders had lower well-being than the average UK population. But why, when you get all those holidays? Because it is so hard at the minute. It's hard with the workload, the pressure, the lack of trust, but it's also hard with the behaviour issues so many teachers and schools are facing. So this is another big one, and I think this is something that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, the retention and recruitment is going to continue to worsen. And the last one is that training leaves a lot to be desired, and that's only going to get worse if budgets continue to be decimated by a lack of investment from the government.